Hey, what's up everyone? It's Dave Stone with another live and exciting episode of Develop Awesome Skills, where I'm committed to providing inspirational and practical ways to transform your life and the world around you by planting fruit and medicinal trees. And today I'm live at 5 once again. So what I did was I'm deciding to go live at 5 right now, but I want to mention the Sunnyslope Open Studio Tour on October 27th here at Stonehaven, but a whole bunch of other artists are on the tour as well. So, hey everybody, how's it going? I just wanted to remind you, October 27th, if you haven't put it in your calendar yet, Sunnyslope Open Studio Tour from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And you can go here, STOR-YBOX.com, storybox.com, STOR-YBOX.com, and that's going to show you the whole map of everybody, a list of all the artists on the tour. Stonehaven's on the tour too. So just wanted to show you that first. And I just want to say I'm going to do a Q&A session at the end of this video, because today we're going to be talking about soil, okay? And I wanted to say thanks to Scott at Farmer Brown Grows on Instagram. Hey, what's up, Barbara's Garden? How you doing? I wanted to say thank you to Scott for giving me the topic of the day, and that's talking about my soil. And so I really kind of enjoy coming live, guys. I enjoy going live with you guys at 5, and I like interacting. So I want you to bring your questions. I also want you to bring your topics. So Scott gave me the topic of the day today, and that is going to be dirt versus soil. I'm really going to talk about soil a lot. I want to show you some of my soil in different parts of the yard. I'm going to dig it up, and we're going to put it in little cups. Take some soil samples. I'm going to mark them with the Sharpie, and we're going to bring them back here on the table, and we're going to look at them. I mean, it's been 18 months front yard just since it was dirt, and in the backyard it's only been less than a year. I just planted it right after this spring in the backyard. So this is going to be about soil. This is a handy little tool called a hori hori, Japanese garden knife, like a ninja sword when you're cutting sugar cane. It's like if you get the really good swing down, you can get through it in one slice. Hey, what's up, Nola? How you doing? All right, so let's see here. Yeah, so if you do have a good topic that you think would make a good live at 5 video, put it below. I'm gonna have a Q&A at the end of this video, but today we're gonna be talking about some soil. We're gonna be taking some soil samples around Stonehaven, and we're gonna be comparing them. And we're talking about soil. So what's the permaculture thought of the day? The permaculture thought of the day today is we don't grow plants, we grow soil, and the soil grows the plants. So think about that, because a lot of people are like, hey, I wanna grow some trees. And I say that even. I think everybody really says that. But when you think about it, if you really think about the way trees grow best, they grow best when you build soil life underneath them. So the soil life underneath the tree is actually what is really propelling that tree to grow. And the more soil life you can build underneath that tree is directly related to how fast that tree grows and how much food, if it's a food producing tree, how much food it produces, how nutrient dense that food is. It all matters based on the soil below. And that's why I'm so excited about wood chips. Your soil, Marcia, hey, your soil is very hard, but when I dig it, there are lots of worms. How can I loosen my soil? Well, the worms and the fungus should do it. Put wood chips on it. Wood chips add fungus. Put the wood chips on top of the soil, just like I did, and we're gonna talk a lot about that today. Put the wood chips on top. You don't have to bury it in. The wood chips on top of your soil will actually, they're fungal dominated. And if you get wood chips local from your area, they're gonna be fungal dominated with your kind of fungus that you need in your particular area. So you're gonna take that wood chips, put it on top of the soil, and the fungus is gonna do the rest of the work. It's gonna drill. It's gonna drill down through whatever you got. So that's why I'm gonna show you today. We're gonna take some soil samples from around the yard in different places, some places that I do water, some places that I don't water, and we're gonna see how the soil looks underneath those chips. So we don't grow plants, we grow soil, and the soil grows the plants. That's what we're gonna explore and experiment with today. And don't forget, I'm gonna be doing a Q&A session right after this video, so stay tuned for that. Plus, I think I'm going to offer, when I get, these are not quite bottled up and ready for sale, but I'm gonna offer one lucky viewer today a bottle. You're gonna win the first ever bottle of Stonehaven Green Gold Fruit Tree Maximizer. 1 8-ounce jar makes 40 gallons. It's a concentrate. And I'm gonna show you how to use it, because that's why I make this stuff, is because I actually use it on my yard, and I just needed to make a lot more. And Moringa is a very, very great thing. So stay till the end. We're gonna have a Q&A session, and I answer all your questions there at the end. So one more time, we don't grow plants. We grow soil, and the soil grows the plants. Stay on that one there for a second. So let's go take some soil samples. I'm gonna take the camera around with me here, and I'm gonna get my little tripod so I can put it on the ground. All right, got all my supplies. So first off, I want to come take a very first sample with just that it hasn't really been wood chipped. So try to get as close to just native dirt as I can. But I got a lot of chips on this yard. So right here, right by my driveway, is some dirt. And this is gonna be that's why I love these huge Sharpies. So this is gonna be sample number 1. And this is just gonna be native clay. See that? These Hari-Haris are awesome. Or Hori-Horis, whatever you wanna call them. It's like a samurai knife shovel thing. All right, that's pretty good. I might leave this here and then come gather them up in a second, because we got a lot of these to take. So let's go do the next one. Now, I'm gonna take you now to a place where there's a lot of wood chips, but I don't water often. So in between my trees, I don't have a sprinkler system in between these trees right here. So let's do, this is a number 2. This is chips, no water. Number 2, chips, no water. All right, sorry about that. My friend was calling me, but oh my gosh, just under the chip. I mean, this is chips. I haven't watered here at all. Look at all this mycorrhiza in there. And the chips are already really breaking down nicely. I don't water this area, but it's been getting a decent amount of rain. But let's get down to the clay, see how far I gotta get. I'm gonna come over here so you guys can actually see in there. Wow, okay. So at the very bottom here, under the wood chips, right before the clay, is basically worm castings. This is chips. Hey Barbara, I see your message, but I can't really read it right now because the camera's pointing down, but I see there's a message popped up. I'll answer that here at the end. But now I'm down to the clay. This is under only like maybe 6 inches of chips here, but this was a couple feet high. So now I'm gonna get down to the clay. Let's see what the clay looks like. We're gonna take this sample now. gonna get some of this worm casting stuff on top here because that's part of the sample for me. There we go. Kind of just really want to see what the wood chips have turned into. So let me just get more of the bottom wood chip stuff. But there's the clay. Hey, baby. How's it going? All right, so there's sample number 2. Let's go take another sample. Let's take a sample over under somewhere that I water all the time and see if I can find any worms. So this is my mango pit in the front. I water right over here. So, oops. Got my hory. So let's take this number 3 sample, and then let's just look at 3 samples because that's enough. This is watered, chips watered. Oh, wow. Yeah, right underneath the chips here, just right underneath, is literally a huge thick layer, wow, of like straight worm castings under there. So, wow, just gonna fill this up. Oh, and the clay under here, so soft. Let's see what the hari does. Oh man, it just goes straight in there. Yeah, there's a rock too. Get some of that soil. All right, we got 3 samples. Let's get up in there and look at them. Thanks for hanging in there for these soil samples, guys. We're gonna see what they all look like. All right, gotta attach this back to the tripod. Whoa. Okay. Sorry about this, guys. All right, so we got this sample number 3. Let me go get the other 2 samples here. All right, here we go, number 1, number 2, number 3. Okay, so let's pour these out real quick. Let's look at number 1. Whoops. I'll just pour them all the way out. Wow. See the difference there? I mean, that's native soil. And you know, the thing about Arizona native soil, this is really good stuff. Arizona native soil, people say it doesn't have minerals or nutrients. It has a ton of minerals and nutrients. We're pretty much all mountains. So Arizona soil has great nutrients. But what do we not have here? Hey, Kelly. Hey, I'll talk. I'm gonna check all the comments here in a second after this. But what we do not have is organic material on top of the soil. So that's what we don't have. That's why only desert trees can grow here. So what happens when we add organic matter on top of the soil is this. It turns from dirt to soil. And the dirt is still really good. Dirt isn't bad. Dirt is amazing. But when you want to grow things that shouldn't really grow in the, hey Nola, when you want to grow things that shouldn't really grow in the desert, you need to create soil. Soil is the life. This is what grows the trees. You know why? Is because, and then look at this, is the stuff I water. Compared to this, I mean, I don't even know if you can see it on the camera, but this is the stuff I water, and it's much darker, but this is even amazing. So, wood chips alone, if anybody's looking, if you're looking for one silver bullet, a super simple thing, because everybody asks me how my trees do so well and how everything grows so fast, but then I see their picture of their tree. If you want to dwarf a moringa tree, don't give it wood chips. Just plant it right in the middle of a piece of rock, a landscape or something, and you'll dwarf the tree. It'll take 4 years to grow to the same size as it would in 2 years if you chipped it heavy. So that's all I'm saying. So when people ask me how my trees do so well, and then they're like, how should I do it? And then I tell them, but then they don't want to go extreme with the chips. That's totally fine. But understand that the chips are the magic. The chips are the magic because it adds so much amazing fungus. Fungus is the drill. Fungus is the drill that converts everything into food for the roots of the plants. So fungus is amazing. It's incredible, and wood is fungally dominated. So wood has fungal domination, which means when you wood chip it, there's urban recycling of lumber. When you chop down a tree, you keep the good wood for lumber and slabs, and then you take the rest of the wood and you chip it up, and it's local wood, has local fungus in it. So when you get it chipped up and bring it into your yard, you're bringing local funguses from all over the valley into your yard, and those fungus will drill down through the clay, through whatever hard pans you have, and open up available nutrients that are deep within the ground for the roots of your plants and your trees, and benefit everybody's trees around you as well. So fungus is good for the soil. It holds the whole earth together. But you don't get fungus without chips, or if you just inoculate with fungus. That's why I'm doing the Stonehaven fortified wood chips. They're 50-pound bags, so I can't ship them. But they're fortified with a lot of extra fungus and rock dust too. But I want to show you why I made this and how easy it is to use also. I mean, I'm getting the lab tests right now, and I have 3 ingredients and 3 ways to actually mix this. Sorry, this tripod is not working that well. There it is. But if you notice at the bottom here, there's a little sediment. So this is what I like to do, is I'm going to, when I set this down, if I want to use it and mix it with 1 gallon sprayer to do a foliar feed, because here's what it's doing. When I mix this with root, drench, water, if I mix 1 ounce of this into this bucket, which is 5 capfuls of this into this 5-gallon bucket and fill with water, and I drench the root of a tree on top of the chips, all of this stuff, micronutrients and minerals and everything, it gets soaked up in the chips and it goes down into the soil and it creates food. All I'm doing is giving food for the soil life to eat and reproduce and multiply. And all the nutrients and everything become bioavailable for the tree and plants. So basically, I'm not necessarily feeding the plant, the tree. I'm feeding the life around the roots of the tree, and that feeds the tree. So that is what this is. So now what I do is I let it kind of settle. I let everything settle to the bottom. So you don't shake it here. Not if you're going to mix it in a foliar feed. You just let it settle. And I already have 1 gallon of water in here. And this is made with rainwater, so there's no chemicals in here of any kind. So you're going to open it up and you're going to just take 1 gallon, 1 cap full, okay? 1 cap full. So just 1 cap right here. Boom, that's it for 1 gallon of water. Close it. That's it. And now that I mixed it in the foliar feed, now I can shake it up. So now what I do is I shake it get all that sediment mixed in. And I do 5 capfuls here. 5 capfuls in this bucket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And see, that's 1 ounce. 5 capfuls is approximately 1 ounce of green gold. And it's got a very pungent smell to it because there is some fish emulsion and some a lot of fermented moringa in here. A lot of other really good stuff too. So it's just a little bit of liquid at the bottom of this barrel. And I'm gonna get some water and fill it up. And I'll show you what happens then. Okay, so now that I'm mixing this up, I'll do the Q&A. So let me check these comments, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me fill this bucket up. Marcia, hi Dave. My soil is very hard, but when I dig, there are lots of worms. How can I loosen my soil? Well, okay, so I answered that question. Wood chips brings the fungus. Also inoculate with more mycorrhizas and fungus in every root well of every tree. And so it's getting up here. And that's good. Now you take this and this is just a piece of sugar cane here, but you just mix the whole bucket up. And that's it. And certain concentrations, so there are certain times, and I'll have some certain directions on how you can double up concentrations. If you want to feed something a little heavier like a banana, it'll eat more. But you want to keep it at these concentrations for especially the foliar feed, because you don't want to have it too strong. So now these 1 gallons are perfect. Just tighten it and then you just pump it. And they have a very fine misting spray and they're pretty cheap on Amazon. You can get like 3 or 4 of them. I usually give it like 30 pumps. But the main part of this video, and the reason I'm showing you this fertilizer right now, is because that is what is happening here. This feeds this, and this feeds the trees, and the trees feed us. So if we feed our fruit trees, they'll feed us more food. So I'm gonna put this over here, grab a chair, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches my channel. Thank you to all my subscribers. And thank you to all my Patreons. And if you guys like this video, give me a big green thumbs up. Share it with the world. Comment below if you have a topic for the next Live at 5. All right, let me go through these questions. Marcia, smiley face. Tim Rose, hey Dave, Houston, love your live videos. Thanks, Tim. I really like doing them too. They save me some time. Instead of me editing for 3 hours and bringing you guys a video, I can work in the yard for 3 hours and then do a live video after I've done some cool stuff in the yard. So I'm getting a kick out of it, getting more work done around Stonehaven. Steve, yeah, Andrew, howdy Dave from cold Idaho. What's up, dude? Oh man, you are stronger than me. That cold plate. Oh, I got some friends in Idaho too. That's cool. They're actually coming out here, probably because it's freezing out there. Coming to visit. Marcia, gosh. Barbara's Garden. I just watched a video that after 5 years of enriching your soil, it eliminates bugs like aphids because the soil has a good immune system, basically. You know what? That Barbara, is one of the huge keys that I didn't even talk about. So thank you so much for bringing it up. Because, and you guys can come see Stonehaven live in person on October 27th on the Sunnyslope Open Studio Tour, but it isn't just Stonehaven either. It's a whole bunch of artists, all a 5-minute drive from Stonehaven, and their open studios are open for everybody to see how they do their art. So you have to come check it out, October 27th if you're in town. If you're not in town, I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of live videos that day, so stay tuned for Develop Awesome Skills on the 27th. I think I'm gonna be going live a lot that day. So it'll be fun to kind of stay in the loop. Plus, at the end of the day, if you came on the tour, there's gonna be places in each, hi baby. There's gonna be places at each open studio to enter your name to win art from these amazing full-time professional artists. And I'm gonna have a drawing too, and I'm gonna have some stuff. You could probably win a whole bundle of cool stuff here, some moringa trees and seeds and things. But anyways, it's gonna be such a fun time. You have to come and check it out. But let me get back to those questions. So sorry. So yes, you build your soil, Barbara, you build your soil, and then everything has a better immune system. So you don't need pesticides, you don't need herbicides, you don't need poison in your yard. All you need is more good stuff to feed the good stuff. So absolutely, your whole, think of your yard as an actual organism, which is pretty cool to do, because it's like, there's an ecosystem and there's also an immune system to each plant, but there's an immune system to your yard. Once you get a healthy yard and a healthy immune system going, you're not gonna get as many plants. I do still have some aphids in the back, but you know, I don't get many things up here in the front. I don't really get many problems. When it freezes outside, it doesn't touch any of my mangoes here up front because everything is so close together. So this is all tropical. So there's benefits to all this stuff, and I'm learning some fun stuff, but I do still have some aphids in the back because that has not been in for a whole year yet. And the wood chips have not had as many wood chips on the backyard as I have had up here. I'm gonna go turn this hose off real quick. I got in the zone and forgot the hose was on. Let's see what else we got here. Lizzie, what's up? What's up, Lizzie? Okay, Kelly, only we tree huggers could get so tickled about dirt. You know what, Kelly? You're totally right. I'm a nerd, and I'm okay with that. I do love plants and dirt. Marsha, wow, you can definitely see the difference. Time for wood chips. Yes, Marsha, time for wood chips. Many as you can get. What's organic matter? Isn't that all soil? I mean, isn't dirt organic? Lizzie, yeah, actually, that's a really good point you make. Yes, dirt is organic, but what I mean by organic matter is stuff that was living already. So dirt has a lot of micronutrients and minerals in it. So those things haven't necessarily, I mean, I'm sure that they have a life force, but they haven't been living and growing like a plant would. So what a plant does is a plant is the organic matter. In the Midwest, you don't have to like add organic matter to your soil because it falls off the trees every year. So, but what do we do with the organic matter when it falls off our trees? We rake it up, or we use a gasoline blower to blow it around in piles. It's like, well, why are we moving it around with a gasoline powered blower when we should just leave it right there and it would actually nutrify the soil? Tree leaves are the most nutrient dense part of the tree. So what's happening is the roots of a tree go deep. Fungus, you put wood chips down first. Fungus drills deep. Then the roots of the tree follow the drill down deep to find water. So now eventually your trees won't have to get watered by you after a couple years of drilling deep with a lot of chips. And then the roots are attached to fungus, and that fungus goes out for miles underneath the streets, underneath your neighbors' yards, and it grabs all of this nutrients that haven't been touched ever by the roots. And it grabs it and brings it all the way to the roots of the tree, brings it up the roots of the tree into the leaves to make the new crop of leaves. And when the leaves drop, all of those nutrients that were deep within the earth that haven't been touched fall on the ground. And now that is nutrients that used to be deep within the earth, but now it's on top of the ground for it to sink in and feed more soil life. So very cool, complex system, and it's something that I'm really super passionate and nerdy about. Okay, so let's see here. You have 4 rabbits, Steve, bags of hay and rabbit dung for me here in Havasu instead of wood chips. Oh, well, you know what? You got your own supply of good stuff. Everybody does it their own way, and you know, permaculture is all about that. You know, use the rabbits for the poo as well as the companionship and amazingness of rabbits. That's what I'm doing with my ducks. I love my ducks. We Andrew, we are just about to winter here up north in a small apartment. I love to create bonsais. Would a moringa bonsai well? You know, I have actually seen some moringa bonsais, and moringas don't like to be in pots, but the longer you keep it in the pot, the bigger the root ball will get. So you should do it. You should definitely do it and post pictures on I Want More Moringa Facebook group because I want to see that. That is why it's so important to amend our desert soil. Wood chips is the way to go. It's free and you can never go bad with it. Nikki, you're totally right. You're totally right. You're totally right. Barbara, when did you plant your banana trees and how big were they when you planted them? Well, I planted them, okay, good question. Probably about, probably around July last year. So a little over a year ago. And right when I planted them, they both died back to the ground. The tops died all the way off. And then immediately they started sprouting out of the middle. And they started going pretty fast. So I chip a lot, and I'll show you them before we go if I remember. They're right over there. But I compost right in the middle of my banana circle. Like they will take as much food as you want to give them, for sure. All right, let's see what we got here. Mary, what's up? I haven't talked to you in a while. It's good to see you on here. Barbara, I'll be there on the 27th. Yes, Barbara's sweet. I'm so excited. That's super cool. Thank you. I'm excited to have you. Lizzie, oh wow, that helps me understand why tea leaves are potent. I always wondered how leaves were actually good for you. My life before Moringa. Nice. Love it. Yeah, you know, I mean, tea for people is the same as tea for trees, and that's kind of what this is. This is kind of like a kombucha for trees, really, because this is a fermented moringa that you're not supposed to drink because I have other ingredients in here that you don't want to drink, and it's a concentrate because there's a lot of good stuff in there. So this is like a kombucha for trees. We drink tea and get the nutrients out of the tea leaves, and then it absorbs into our body, and it flushes through our body, and it gives us our body the ability to heal itself better. And that's what's happening when you give my Moringa kombucha tea stuff to any fruit tree. And that's why it's called Fruit Tree Maximizer, because this one is specifically designed for fruit trees. That's why when I mixed it here in this 5-gallon bucket, it's this is to drench one root of one tree. So 5 caps drenches one root of one tree every 3 months. So if you got a food forest, you have 8 trees, minimum of 8 trees. This is 8 trees worth of root drench once every 3 months. One bottle is. Or if you're gonna foliar feed, that's only 1 cap full for a whole gallon. So that's gonna actually last you a really, really long time for foliar feed. But you guys know how to foliar feed. Do you know why you need to foliar feed? Is that a thing that people know? Or do you guys want me to talk about that really quick? We could talk about that later. Let's talk about that on Monday, why we need to foliar feed. Unless anybody else has any good suggestions for the video on Monday. Nola, Dave, my moringa is into shady spot. I believe I'm planning on moving it to a funnier spot or sunnier spot in the front yard. Is now a good time to move it. Nola. You know what? Probably because I would be very careful, but so in the winter time, when the sun starts getting real low in the south sky, my moringa bed in the back is too close to the house. It's basically the sun is so low in the sky, the shadow from the house shades the entire moringa bed, and that is not good for a moringa bed or a vegetable garden or anything. So you kind of want it to be on the south side or available to possible south exposure during the winter. In order for the moringa to have the best chance of surviving the winter. That's the stipulation. So if you want to give the moringa the best chance of surviving winter, you're gonna have to wood chip heavy, but you also want to plant it in a place, this makes sense, this is south, you want to plant it in a place that your south side will give it sun, because the sun is not above it anymore, it's down here. So in the summertime, you want to hit as much sun as possible, But if there's a big tree here, trim that tree so this can get sun in the winter. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Farmer Brown, what's up? The place is dirty, loving the soil. Yeah, this video is for you actually. You came up with the topic today, so thank you very much. I'm putting out a challenge to everybody that they could give me a topic to do for my Live at 5 videos, because I like doing these lives. Grateful Gardener, what's up, dude? How do you attract more worms? I wood chip, but I don't see any worms when I pull them back. It's been 6 months in Southwest Florida. Well, I gotta say, you could add some under your trees. I have. There are certain times when I see more worms than other times. I mean, we're coming right out of summer right now. I guess we're going into fall. It's feeling pretty nice. But I think now probably we'd see like an uptake in worms. Because it's getting less hot. So if I look over in my bed on the side there, we definitely had add biomass. Yeah, biomass. And that's organic matter biomass. That's kind of what we're doing by adding a lot of wood chips. So, but yeah, so that's it. So that's the simple, super simple way to add some additional food for the microbes of your soil. You're welcome, Grateful Gardener. I love your dog. Is that your dog on your picture? Is that like a Great Dane? It's an epic dog. Barbara, I keep hearing that bananas need a lot of food. What does that mean? How much? How often? Okay, let me go take you, Barbara, to my bananas. Yeah, what a cool dog. It's probably a pretty big dog too. Okay, Barbara, so I'm gonna show you how I feed my bananas. And they're looking really good right now. I'm gonna flip the camera around here. There it is. The disgusting compost pile. It's made up of potatoes, which I should just plant these because they're probably just gonna grow. But they will. I have a whole bunch of sprouts of something, probably a melon of some kind coming up over here in the compost. Got some eggs down there. That's what I mean. I basically trimmed all of the watermelon, all of the cantaloupe, all of the banana leaves when I trimmed this whole thing up, put it all under these bananas here. Joseph Aguirre, what's up, dude? You finally caught a live episode. Heck yes! I'm glad you caught it. I'm gonna do more of these lives because I kind of like doing them. It's less editing because I have to edit all my videos. And this one is no editing. And I get to show you live and talk to you live, which actually is way cooler talking to you guys live. Because then you guys can ask me questions and I can ramble on and do whatever. But look at my bananas up top. Hold on. I'm gonna try to look at them go. Banana mulch and Stonehaven gold. Absolutely. So there's the bananas. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like the lives. I like doing them. But this is, and then right next to, this one is the dwarf Cavendish banana, and that's the ice cream banana. And these are all pups. And this is my little brace that I put just on the actual mama banana. But all the pups are getting to be pretty much the same size. This is the big mama. Mama's big though. But I love this little circle, this banana circle that's happening over here. So Barbara, hope you like my bananas. If you like them, thumbs up. So thanks for watching. Let me show you that soil one more time just to convince you to add wood chips. A lot of wood chips to your soil. And then, let me show you here. There it is. Sing the banana song. What was that banana song? I think I said like Bananica or something. Bananica, Bananica, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy hoods in bananahood. From sea to shining banana. I think that was it. That was all improv, straight improv. Okay, so this is the soil. This is why you should put wood chips in Arizona, because it goes from this, which is amazing, good, amazing stuff, to this if you don't water it. That's even if you don't water it. Wow, you've done a ton since I was there only a couple weeks ago. I have, Scott. I've been doing a ton. You inspired me. Mary. And then this is wood chips watered. Wood chips that are watered. Wood chips that are not watered. Native Arizona dirt. Which is amazing stuff, but it needs organic matter on the top, which is wood chips. You don't even need to mix it in. It does the mixing on its own. Look at that. Composted wood chips just turns into soil. And look at this one that I water. Looks so good. Let me go see if I can find some worms, Grateful Gardener. Let me come this way. I think I might have some if I look down here. There's something coming up. That might be a castor bean. I'll probably have a whole bunch of them coming up. Oh, wow. This is like pure worm castings here. I don't see any worms though on the top here. Let's go look over here. The native is so high in minerals, but also salt. The moringa is helping to lock it up though. That's a good point. All right. Okay. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, that's pure worm castings right here. I got one. Hi, baby girl or baby worm. Hi, baby worm. Where are you? I'm sorry. I guess I'll just put you back. Yeah, this is pure worm castings. There's a lot of life in this. There's a lot of mosquitoes around here. I got to get some mosquito fish and some tricks. I just lined this with kitties. I'm joking. But I did line it with wildflowers. But I'll probably, if I got brave and pulled this back here, I'll bet you we'll find some worms. Let me see. This is gonna be nasty. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like just a straight compost pile here of just amazing stuff. Oh my goodness, look at all the life. It's like a super highway of life down there. So definitely worms right down there. And that's why the bananas love it. I mean, and look how thick that is. That is just, I didn't even get down to the dirt. I didn't even get down to the dirt here. And that's a lot of food. So the moral of the story for bananas is they will eat whatever you give them. And what that means is chip them heavy. The chips will just disappear. If you put 2 feet of wood chips around your banana trees and water them daily or however often you water them, they will literally disappear. It will turn into no wood chips before you know it, probably in only a couple months, especially in Arizona. So, what's up, man? But anyways, that's it. That's the story of soil for right now. There's a lot more to come. Hey, Barbara, bananas are looking good. Thank you. Sweet. All right, well, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you watching. If you like it, give me a big green thumbs up. I'm gonna take my 5-gallon bucket of green gold and dump it on one of my trees. This avocado right back behind here. Root drench time. And it can hit the leaves because it's just hitting them right at this time of night anyway, is when you foliar feed. You want to foliar feed right after the sun goes down, before it gets dark. And foliar feeding right here, spraying the leaves, is for one specific reason. Sometimes in soil, the roots get locked up with minerals and nutrients, so they can't take on any more nutrients in their roots at a certain point. That's why when you spray their leaves with food, it allows it to absorb the food in their leaves, because sometimes their roots get locked up. So it allows them to grow quicker, absorb more nutrients through their leaves when you do that. But very, very diluted concentrates. You don't want to burn the leaves. So thank you so much. You forgot to tell you how often I feed my banana tree. Well, this is my compost pile. So like every day, when we get a big bunch of compost, we just throw it here. Like the banana takes the food every day. I mean, I feed this tree more than I feed anything else in the yard. So yeah, it's an everyday thing with the banana. Just throw all your food. No meat, you know. Get a black soldier fly bin for that, but just throw your food scraps in every day. Feed your banana every single day, and your banana will feed you eventually. So that's exciting to me. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, my hair is so crazy now. I want to cut it, but also, I don't know. Anyways, if you like it, give me a big green thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a big green thumbs up anyway. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. All right. If you guys want some shades, go to Patreon. Check it out. Thank you so much to all my Patreon subscribers. It means the world that you guys subscribe to me. And my actual subscribers on the YouTube channel, thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button right now. And the little bell icon right next to it so you know when I post next. And get the majestic kitty behind me on the wall. Hey, Lander. What's up, dude? I'm signing off right now, but thank you so much, everybody. And I'm going to pick one person that's going to win Stonehaven Green Gold out of today's conversations on this social media situation and all the convos that you guys gave me. I'm going to look at all the convos. I'm going to pick someone to win one 8-ounce jar of Stonehaven Green Gold before it's even out, actually. But it won't be done and ready until next week, so I'll be shipping it out when it's done. Let me see. I might just pick them right now before I sign off. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think I have it. This is the Grateful Gardener. You have won one 8-ounce jar of Stonehaven Green Gold Fruit Tree Maximizer. So I'm going to send me either like a Facebook message with your address or something, and I will mail you out one of those when I get it ready with all the lab tests and stuff too. So I'll send that out. You can test it. Let me know what you think, and I'm excited to hear what you think about it. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, develop awesome skills. I love you all.